A new fall semester means we have a brand new season of MSU Tonight.
And it starts right now. Welcome to MSU Tonight. I'm Edie Greenberg.
And I'm Mike Hall.
Later on in the show, we'll have a chat with Callie Smith from her campus. We're also going to see if she'll stick around to play a game with us.
If you're wanting to know more about how the Racers did this weekend, we'll catch you up to speed on football and soccer, or the other football.
Right now, it's time for Hot Topics. The Art Gallery on Murray State's campus is a place for experimentation and self-expression. It has been a way for students, faculty, and community members to view not only professional artists, but students' work as well. Currently, the art galleries are hosting High and Low, a 45-year retrospective by D. Dominic Lombardi. It illustrates the different times in Lombardi's career, including his interests in both highbrow and lowbrow works.
Not only am I getting to have the experience of different actual pieces of art that people have, 100% verified and everything, it's also cool to be able to see different ideas for me and for people who are actually into all the different arts and want to become an artist one day.
A gallery talk by Lombardi is planned for Tuesday, September 17th at 5 p.m. in the Clara M. Eagle Main Gallery, followed by a reception. Admission to High and Low is free and open to the public. If you would like to view the display, the gallery is open Monday through Thursday from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. and Friday from 8 to 4:30.
If you happen to be on campus this weekend, be sure to check out some events at the Curris Center. An Overwatch Esports Watch Party will be taking place at the Curris Center from 1:30 to 4 on Saturday and Sunday. Cinema International will be showing West Wind at 7:30 on Saturday. The film is in German and will have English subtitles.
The Murray State Department of Global Languages and Theater Arts is putting on 3 productions this fall semester. The first one is Peter Rabbit and will be performed at Robert Johnson Theater in the Fine Arts Building on October 1st through the 4th at Robert Johnson Theater. The second is War of the Worlds at Levitt Auditorium, October 25th and 26th. War of the Worlds will also be aired over the radio on 91.3 WKMS on Halloween. The third production to be featured is Pirates of Penzance, which will be performed on November 21st through 23rd at Robert Johnson Theater.
Murray State's Esports Club Overwatch team has been hard at work getting ready for the Overwatch varsity qualifiers on the 21st of this month. They've been training their hand-eye coordination, perfecting their teamwork, and strategizing hard for the qualifiers. The club also has a competitive League of Legends team, and members are always down to play a game of Hearthstone or Super Smash Bros. If you want to watch them play in the qualifiers, their matches will be streamed in the Freed Kurd Auditorium located in the Collins Industry and Technology Center on September 21st, starting at 11:30 a.m. Don't go away. There's more to come on MSU Tonight.
Stay tuned. Welcome back to MSU Tonight. I'm joined in the studio with Callie Smith, president of her campus. Callie, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, of course. Would you mind telling me a little bit about yourself?
Sure. I'm a senior this year, and I'm really thankful to be able to have her campus all to myself this semester. I have an executive board that is wonderful, and we are really, really thrilled to start a new semester.
Absolutely, yeah. What exactly is her campus?
Her campus is an online magazine, or better known as a blog, that is for women and by women. We write things that are exclusive towards women, obviously, but it's what women would want to see when they read news and stuff like that. So we're really thankful to have an opportunity to tell women's stories on campus.
Absolutely. What types of stories would you be saying in Her Campus?
We write anything from news about campus life to lifestyle to politics to entertainment and arts. We cover all the bases.
What are your favorite type of stories to read?
Mine, personally, my favorite to write are more entertainment things. I like to write about the things that I'm interested in. I do a lot of book reviews personally. I like to write about new movies that are coming out and things like that, but I like to read campus life articles or just interest pieces. Those are a lot of fun to read.
Absolutely, yeah. So how many members are there in Her Campus right now?
Right now we have 14. We'd like to up that. We've had more in the past, but it's a new semester, it's a fresh start, it's a new fall semester especially.
Right.
That's when you really need to get your numbers back up and get people more interested. And so we're currently looking for writers and social media managers. We're open to taking new editors in, but we have quite a few right now. It's a really, really easy process to get involved. We have a very simple application. They're all three a little different for writers, editors, and the social media managers. Writers, they pitch 2 different articles to me, which is super easy. It's nothing hard. It's just what you're interested in and what you think people would be interested in on campus. Editors do nothing hard. It's just a simple edit test. And then social media managers pitch 3 different social media things that are tailored towards Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter. Yeah.
Very cool. If someone was interested in applying, would they contact you?
Yes, they can email murray-state@hercampus.com or contact us on any of our social medias, and we would be happy to send you an application.
That sounds really cool. How did you get involved in Her Campus?
Personally, kind of a long, funny story, I guess.
Let's hear
but
it, yeah.
My mom tagged me in the Facebook post that she saw, and I thought, oh, I don't really want to make that big of a commitment. It's my first semester. I don't want to jump in like that yet, but I did it anyway because my mom's breathing down my neck. So I apply, and later we go on vacation, and I was laying on the beach, and my mom said, you better check your email. You never know.
Yeah.
So I open it, and lo and behold, there was my acceptance letter, and that's kind of how we came about. Yeah.
How many years have you been on Her Campus now?
It's been a full year now. I was lucky enough to befriend the president that just left. She just graduated, and she just asked if I'd be interested. She could see I was really, really interested in a leadership position, and so I'm super thankful for that.
Absolutely, that's very cool. Yeah. So I know that Her Campus is volunteering with a JMC cookout at Murray
Yes.
State. Would you mind telling us a little bit more about the JMC cookout?
Sure. It started last year. Ads Club came up with the idea, and they wanted to find a way to bring all of the JMC clubs together to network and meet faculty and staff and other students that were the same as them. So we meet in the quad. This year it's going to be the 17th from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. in the quad outside of Wilson Hall. We bring together all the clubs. We have some guests that are coming that are really exciting. And we're going to have burgers and hot dogs and chips. And Her Campus personally is bringing desserts. And so I'm really looking forward to that. It's me, I love chocolate.
Absolutely.
But it's just a way to network and meet new people and meet your faculty and staff. Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah. So, so you mentioned that there were a lot of guests coming to the cookout. Do you know any few names?
I can't confirm, but we've invited a few people. It's kind of a surprise. So
very cool.
So we'll
Looking
see.
forward to
Yeah.
seeing that.
Yeah.
So, do you have a favorite memory from Her Campus so far?
Every semester when we close out and near finals week, we bring everyone together, and usually we would meet at our old president's house, but I'm not really sure what we're going to do this semester, but we'll get together and we'll just kind of like a little girls' night kind of thing, and we'll have dinner together and we'll celebrate, and we always have freebies to give away, and our top point getter gets a really special gift, so it's a lot of fun and a good way for team bonding.
That's very cool, yeah. Could you tell us a little bit more about the point system?
Sure. We have kind of a unique point system to us. Her campus follows a national point system, but I created our own. It's just a little way for me to hold people accountable and to incite people to come back for the next semester. But you'd simply get points for attending meetings. You would get so many for attending every one in the month, for volunteering with me, for setting up at events, just little things that can get you excited to come back.
Very cool. Thank you so much for joining us today for this interview.
Well, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Be sure to stop at the JMC Cookout on the Quad Tuesday the 17th, sometime between 4:30 to 6:30. You can find her campus there as well as other student media organizations. When we come back, it'll be time for a game of the Whisper Challenge. Thanks for staying with us on MSU Tonight. We're back for a quick game of the Whisper Challenge. So Callie Smith from her campus has stuck around to play. Also, my co-host Mike is back up here to lose.
Oh.
So to play this game, there's going to be music playing loudly over the headphones.
Yeah.
We're going to try and guess the words or phrases listed on these note cards. And so we won't be able to see the card. We just have to try and guess what it says
And it's
while
being
we're listening to the music.
Read to us. One of us is going to read to the
We're
other person.
going to, yes.
Okay.
Yes. So one person is going to read to the person who has the headphones on, and the person with the headphones on is going to try and guess what word or phrases the other person is saying. If you get it, then you get a point.
Okay.
So,
Oh
my gosh.
would you like to put the headphones on first?
Sure.
So there is music playing loudly on his headphones, so Callie cannot hear what we are saying.
I'll read first.
Yeah,
and
see,
just-
she can't hear what we're saying. So Mike is going to read to Callie, and she's going to try and guess what he's saying.
Cannibals don't eat clowns because they taste funny.
Do it again.
Cannibals don't eat clowns because they taste funny.
I can't say it again.
Last time. Cannibals don't eat clowns because they taste funny.
Can't see the blue clouds from
You want to pass?
the can't see the blue clouds from the green sea. That's all I that's it.
You know, you were not that far off on some of the syllables. Read it out loud.
Okay. Cannibals don't eat clowns because they taste funny. Well,
I can't say I would eat a
We
clown
were-
either, so.
that was
So
that.
now Mike's turn to put on the headphones. I'll try to read him
Oh,
another.
all right.
I threw a walrus at your grandmother.
I'm going to need it again.
Okay. I threw a walrus at your grandmother.
One more.
I threw a walrus at your grandmother.
Okay. Something about a walrus.
Okay.
And,
You're very close. Just keep going with
something about a walrus tomorrow?
it. Close-ish.
Close-ish?
I threw a walrus at your grandmother.
Okay, well, that was really disrespectful of you, Edie. It really was. All right. This is way harder than anybody
Yeah.
would have ever expected
Yeah.
it to be.
Right.
You gotta read.
Okay.
It's somebody.
Okay. The purple pineapples are coming.
The purple pineapples are coming.
What? On the
I'm
first
good
try.
at lip reading.
Okay.
Obviously.
I have
Is she-
hearing
she's
loss anyway.
good at lip reading.
I have hearing loss anyway, so that's how I interact with people.
Oh my gosh.
All right, that's
All
back
right,
to you, Callie.
Callie.
Okay, it's okay. We're in the same boat here. I like pizza with soda and cheese. I like pizza with soda and cheese. You want it again?
I like pizza with pineapple and cheese.
Close.
Oh, you were so close. You were one word off.
Soda! Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Mike's
Okay.
turn.
I tried.
Mike doesn't want another
My
turn.
best try.
Right. Oh, this is a fun one. I love the feeling of mac and cheese on my face.
I need it again.
I love the feeling of mac and cheese on my face.
One more time.
I love the feeling of mac and cheese on my face.
All of the pineapples are on my face.
Kind of close. I love the feeling of mac and cheese on my face. And that is all the time that we have today. I think maybe I won this one,
I'm
but
going to have to give it
we'll
to you.
try again next time. So now we're going to talk about sports when we come back from the when we come back from the break. Thanks for tuning in with us at MSU Tonight.
Stick around.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's sports segment here on MSU Tonight. I'm Corey Sharber, and I'm joined with my co-host, Mike Hall. Mike, how are you doing, man?
I'm doing well, Corey.
Good. Last weekend saw two of Murray State's racer teams taking on competitors in the SEC. While both teams fell short, one fell a little harder on the road. The Murray State football team took on the number 3 ranked Georgia Bulldogs on the road last weekend. Despite catching Georgia's secondary off guard with a touchdown pass that tied the game up in the first quarter, the Bulldogs pounced on the Racers for the rest of the game, winning 63-17. Murray State gave up 35 unanswered points to end the first half. So, Mike, what positives can the Racers take away from all of this?
Well, Corey, as hard of I hate to say it, a beatdown that they did take from Georgia, they absolutely came out with much more tenacity and energy than the Bulldogs did in the first quarter. Their defense looked stronger, and their quarterback was on fire.
I mean, they were absolutely pumped up to play. I mean, like you saw, like if you saw any of the pans of the crowd, every seat was filled. I guess, like, what was the best thing about Murray's play other than losing by over 40 points?
I would have to say, well, obviously the quarterback had a phenomenal game. He's about to have an incredible season. Can't wait to watch him play. But I think that although they did give up so many points, they were facing the Georgia Bulldogs. I think that their defense was strong, and they certainly could have done better, but they absolutely could have done a lot worse on the defensive end.
They could have. I mean, they did a really good job. I have to say, of course, their quarterback did great. He completed 80% of his passes, but the punter also did really good. He averaged, I think, like over 45 yards a punt, and his longest punt was 51 yards, so pretty good. The women's soccer team faced the Ole Miss Rebels here at Cutchin Field on Sunday and came up just a goal short. The Racers kept it super close, coming out of the first half with the score tied up 3-3. Despite converting a penalty near the 60th minute to gain the lead, Ole Miss immediately followed up with 2 goals to put the game out of reach. Their next game will be at Cutchin Field on Friday at 3 against Arkansas State.
This past Saturday at Murray High, the Murray State men's club soccer team had their first game against the Vanderbilt Commodores. Not only was this their first match of the season, this was their first competitive match ever. They ultimately lost the match with a final score of 3-0, but Coach Aaron Sexton, a Murray State alum, has high hopes for their team. They have a competitive schedule, playing teams such as Middle Tennessee University and the University of Tennessee, Knoxville. This will be a challenging season, but it is exciting to see Murray State compete in another aspect.
In national sports news over the weekend, Pro Bowl wide receiver Antonio Brown was released from the Oakland Raiders, ending a tumultuous relationship between the player and the franchise. Hours after being released, Brown was then signed by the reigning Super Bowl champions, the New England Patriots. Despite the controversy surrounding this move, one could only think that the Patriots are coming out strong with this move. So, Mike, how do you think the season's going to go for New England? They just won a Super Bowl last year, and now they just gained the best wide receiver in the NFL.
Well, granted, with Antonio Brown comes a lot of attitude. But I have to say that I am really excited about this next NFL season because the Patriots are my team and Tom Brady is my man. And we've seen how Tom Brady plays with top-notch wide receivers before in Rob Gronkowski and Julian Edelman. And so now that he has, respectfully, arguably the best wide receiver in the entire league playing for him, I think that we're going to see a lot of crazy passes and a lot of great connections between the two.
This reminds me of back when the Oakland Raiders, Randy Moss played there. And at the time, Randy Moss was probably the best wide receiver in the NFL, except for my man, Terrell Owens. But Randy Moss then went to New England, set a record for most touchdown catches in a year, and they went 16-0. I mean, like, the thing is, though, is that Brown literally just had nothing but controversy this entire offseason. And, of course, this last week was leaking phone conversations and whatnot. New England has no room for that in the locker room. How many games do you think he's going to play?
I could potentially see him make it the whole season. That's if he can get his chemistry and his game type to fit with the rest of their team, I think in a more optimistic or more realistic view, 7 to 9 games.
I know we were talking earlier where I said he might play 8, but I think he's going to go the whole season.
He certainly has potential to.
Yeah, I mean, like he's been wanting to play with the best quarterback in the NFL, probably of all time. And plus, on top of that, they just won a Super Bowl.
Reigning champions.
They've won how many Super Bowls in this past 2 decades? Like 6. I mean, like Antonio Brown is getting out of a bad situation in Oakland. They're not going to go anywhere. But he ended up screwing over an entire organization. They gave up a bunch of picks for him.
Yep.
They gave up a ton of money for him. Who knows? Maybe we'll find out later. Anyway, that'll be it for this week's sports edition. Sorry, that will do it for this week's edition of the sports segment. We'll have more here on MSU Tonight. Stay tuned.
That's all the time we have for tonight.
Thanks for watching, and tune in to MSU Tonight every Tuesday night at 5 on MSU TV 11 or visit us on our YouTube channel. It's been great having you guys watch us tonight. Hope you'll tune in next week.
Have a great week.